Hello, everybody. We met again. Okay. So this this time we are going to talk about the most important question in the history of human life. Okay. So what are we going to talk about? Okay. So let me share the screen and see. All right. Please share the screen. Okay. So this is what we are going to talk about. Okay. All right. So more than 1,000 years, people ask the same question. Okay. Where does Jesus come from? Okay. This is the mystery, the secret that everybody try to find it out. Okay. Even some people give up because they don't have the answer. If they have the answer, it's not satisfied them. Okay. The same thing with Mother Mary. Okay. Where does Mother Mary come from? Okay. So this is the most important question in the life of human mankind. Try to find this answer. And today, okay, we are going to talk about it. All right. Now, as I said before, I did not make this story or the new theory, but based on the uh, the following book, okay, which all of you will be able to find it as well. Okay, so what is the book? Okay, basically, the book that we are going to talk about, okay, it has been put over here. Okay, all right. So the ebook has been put in this website that we have. All right, we have this website for so many years. Okay, if you click under resources, you click on that, then you'll see this is the book. Okay. Now again, for you who are new, okay, this is the 400 years old book. It has been there, but not many people really have a chance to read it. If they have a chance to read it, they may not read it correctly because it takes the Holy Spirit to lead one person to understand what was written. Okay. Now, this book was written by Sister Agreda, a nun from Spain, based on, okay, the command from the Holy One, okay, the Holy Trinity and Mother Mary. Even though the title is about, okay, Mother Mary, however, it contains all the secret that human need to know. Okay, now we have discussed chapter 1 and chapter 2 here. Why God revealed that in chapter 1, the life of Mary in this old time, that chapter 1. And chapter 2, okay, God incurable essence, okay, the decree of creation. So here, the decree of creation, all right? So in order to answer this question that we have before, we need to go, okay, to see how the whole world is created, okay, including but not limited to, okay, uh, Mother Mary and Jesus, okay, that is the secret, all right. So if you look at that, book one, okay, book one, part one, book one, and chapter two. Okay. Now we have discussed this chapter two before. We are not going to repeat it over here. Okay, chapter two is very important. Okay. Now it will help us to understand how Jesus and Mother Mary and all the angels and human, okay, are created by God. Okay. Because this is the most important question that mankind have through century. Okay. Years and years and years, they try to find the answer. All right. Now, the answer has been given by God because He loves us. He doesn't want us to try to find, okay, but did not find. Okay. So He choose Sister Agreda. Choose Sister Agreda. Okay. Give her the graces so that she has the ability to see what human cannot see, okay, and be given a certain gift for this mission, okay. What is the gift? The gift to understand everything about God. So she shared it to us through this book, okay, through this book. So we derive the blessing from God through Sister Agreda. Okay. So there's a lot of things, all right? There's a lot of things that we need to know. So I would suggest that you, all right, see and read and watch our previous episode. But this is the special episode where we would like to answer, okay, the following question. Where does Jesus coming from? Where does Mother Mary coming from? And that can be answered from here, okay? From here. This is the answer. So we just make the summary of it, all right? Now, the most difficult thing is this. We cannot understand unless we read from the beginning. Okay, let me summarize it to you, all right? Now, the creation, if we talk about the creation, if you create something, there's another element, okay, that touch, okay, with it. What element is that? About time. Time, okay? We need time to complete a certain task or job, okay? We need time, okay, to go to certain place when we are driving. So we are bounded, human, okay? Humans, all mankind are bounded with time and space, but not by God, not for God, okay? So during this creation, okay, during this creation, as we can read before, okay, in the Bible, okay, here, okay, from Genesis chapter 1, okay. This is the story of creation, the story, okay, the story, okay. This story in the Bible, okay, will be supplemented with the book that we are going to discuss, okay. You will see the consistency between the two, all right, between the two. Okay, let's go. What is that we see here? It said, in the beginning, when God created the heaven and the earth, in the beginning. All right, now, okay, look at that number 2. And the earth was without form or shape, with darkness over the abyss, and the mighty wind sweeping over the waters. Okay, and then the third one is very important. Then God said, let there be light, and there was light. Okay, when God said something, that is the command. When He commanded something, it right away it happened. Number 3, okay, guys, it is not my theory. It is, you can read in the Bible. Okay. Now, I'm going to lead you to understand about all of this. Okay. Then God said, let there be light, and there was light. There was light. Okay. Now, what about the number 5? Okay. Number 5. Okay. Or number 7. Okay. The reason why I move from one, okay, first to the next, because the stressing that I'm going to try to explain here is about time. All right. About his command. When God said something, it happened right away. Okay. Number 7. God made the dome, and it separated the water below the dome from the water above the dome. And so it happened. All right. When God says something, it instantly happened. Instant, right away. So that will help us to understand what is the instant that we are going to talk about from this book. Okay. You see that? The first instant. Okay. Now you understood what it is. What instant means. Instant means it right away. When God says something, it happened. This is very important concept. It's not like us. Okay. When humans say something, all right, we need to okay, to do the effort before it happens. Okay. But you can look at it in another way. Okay. Now, using your imagination, all right, let's suppose that, okay, that you imagine in your, during your lunchtime, you would like to eat Caesar salad. You imagine Caesar salad. You don't have it physically, but it is in your imagination. Okay. Now, to know this concept is very important. Okay. The same thing when God have something in his divine mind, it already happened. Not physically, but okay, it has been there. It has been there. Now, physically, it will happen when the time is right. Okay, this is the very important concept. All right, the same thing. Okay, when God thinks that He would like to communicate His grace, that what the first intent. Okay, God is always good to all human. He would like to share, okay, all His wealth, okay, resources to human. Okay, so He need to communicate this. Okay, for example, you want to give a gift to your grandson, okay, or granddaughter, all right? So how you communicate with this? Okay, the first thing, of course, you have to buy the gift, right? You have to buy the gift. The same thing, okay? God communicate, would like to do something, okay, through the gift and graces. He communicate with us about Him, okay, about Him through gift and graces. Is that anything that we will not appreciate? We have to appreciate it. Okay. If you have somebody, your friend, it doesn't matter who they are. Okay, in office, or at church, and any places that you met, and this guy communicate giving the gift. Okay, giving the graces. That's what God is. All right. Now, on my previous video, I always take one same example, the grace and gift from God, which is the air that we breathe. Okay. We cannot stand 5 minutes. Okay. But don't do it. Okay. We cannot stand, 5 minutes. Otherwise, we have, the health problem. Okay. Yeah. This air is so important, essential. We cannot, have it. Okay, to survive. We cannot have it. We must have it to survive. Yet it's free. Okay, so for those who kind of never think about it or take everything for granted, I would like you to start thinking right now. Okay, God loves us infinity, no boundaries. Okay, so that's the reason why we would like to share this knowledge. Now, back to our first question. Okay, how Jesus, how does Jesus, okay, was created for? Okay, where Jesus come from? All right, now this is the first intent. Remember, the first intent, God want to communicate with human, okay, through gift and graces. At that time, there's no human yet. Okay, there's no human yet. Yeah, that what he taught at the first time. Okay, now very uh, very important concept about graces and gift, especially those who experience, okay, bitterness that you have been praying for many, many years, okay, but there's no answer. All right, look at that page, line 139 in the um, highlighted in blue, dark blue. Okay, he wants to give us all the blessing to us, but yet, okay, indirectly we refuse it because of the sin that we have committed. All right, so every sin that we make is the same thing like putting the brakes. Okay, now on the other episode prior to this, I use the beaver. Okay, the beaver cut the trees and branches and make a dam. Okay, try to uh, keep the water not flowing out to the, okay, keep the stream stop. Okay, now the same thing with the sin that we have. Any sin that we have committed, it's like putting a brake, especially if we never confess. Okay, we never say, "I'm sorry, God." Okay, all right. So that is very important. If during your lifetime, 50, 70, 60, whatever years that you have, you never confess. This is the time for you, okay, to make the confession. Why? You want to release that, okay, branches, okay, the bricks of sin that you have put 50 years accumulated in 50, 60, 70, 80 years, okay? So that's the first one. God wants to give his blessing to us. All right. Now, here comes the role of Jesus. Okay. Now, remember, God is perfect. Okay. In order to communicate his will, okay, he need a media. The media. All right. Okay. So let me try to help you. What the media mean? Okay. One of the media in the modern world right now where you can communicate with somebody else is your cell phone. It is in your hand. Okay. You can bring it everywhere. Okay. Put it in your pocket. If somebody calls, you can pick it up. Or if you want to relay a message to somebody else, you can do it. It is in your hand. All right. Now, would you say that the cell phone that you have right now is the best, okay, way or devices to communicate with other people? The same thing, all right? The same thing with God. He wants to communicate these messages to all human, to all mankind. But, okay, like us, we want to find the best cell phone, okay, the best brand name cell phone. The same thing, okay? The Holy Trinity would like to find the best way how to communicate His graces, His love, okay, to human, okay? Now, remember this, He is perfect. So the mean, okay, of the communication also need to be perfect, okay? So if God is the only one that perfect, no one else, so this mean of communication, okay, satisfied that condition if IFF, I double F, if mean if and only if in mathematics, okay? If and only if it come from Him. So God would like to communicate this, okay? But the only communication, okay, the only mean to communicate this perfectly is Him. It's Him. Sound confusing? Okay. If you're confused, now I'm relate that with the Holy Trinity, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Okay. This is my favorite example. How many fingers do you have? 5, right? It's actually 10. Okay. You have the Father here. Okay. This is the Father and this is the Son. Okay. Now, actually, you have 10 fingers. All right. If I have another hand, I can put it the third hand, and still you'll see on the okay, camera, it's only 5 fingers. It's actually 10 or actually 15. Okay. So, all right, the perfect communication, all right, the perfect means of communication is only through His Son, because His Son, Jesus Christ, come from the Father. Okay. So basically, they are one. How that happened? Because the Father has the ability to reproduce itself. Okay. There's a name of that. I cannot say it correctly. Effusion. Okay. The ability to regenerate, recreate it yourself. So that's how Jesus coming from. Okay. We answer that question. We answered that mystery that all human mankind over thousands of years try to find out. Okay. It's difficult in the mind of the people on earth. How that happened? That is happening. Okay. If you don't believe me, okay, there are certain plants, okay, or certain animal, they can reproduce themselves. All right. Now, in general, people on earth, okay, mankind only think they have to be male and female. All right. Male and female. There are certain plants that can reproduce themselves without male and female. Okay. Okay. So we answer the first question. Okay. Jesus come from the Father in heaven. Okay. As a mean, a perfect mean to communicate about His greatness. Now, after you watch this video, there are no more question where He is coming from. The same thing with Mother Mary. Okay. We will move over here. Okay. The second instant, like I have discussed. Okay. To confirm and determine the object and intention of this communication of the divinity at extra, all right, outside him. Okay, so on the third instant, what it is? Okay, we now know. Okay, he has chosen. Okay, the purpose is to make him known. Okay, by his liberty in the distribution of his attribute. Okay, now, and the third instant. All right, third instant where after the mean has been created, okay, as after the mean has been decided how to do it, and it created. Okay, the mean, the cell phone, as you wish to say, is created. Now, in this case, okay, Jesus is created from the Father. Okay, now you have now Jesus in the mind of divinity. Okay, the second person who is perfect to communicate his graces to the whole world. Okay, now if you have any question at all from what the Bible, okay, you will see, okay, what is the first miracle that Jesus done? Okay, turn the water to wine because of Mother Mary, right? Why he has all this power to do? Okay, there's only one example. The other one is, raise Lazarus from the dead. Okay, what is the third one? Well, to cure the lepers. What is the fourth one? Okay, cure the blind. On and on and on and on. Why? He has the power. But whenever he does it, okay, he always acts the Father. The humbleness is very important. Okay, guys, humbleness. That is the example of humbleness. All right. Now, on the other example, if that is too hard at all, okay, because he is perfect, I can show you the other two examples. When he, okay, reply to the crowd. First one is about the coin that I have mentioned from my previous, okay. The Pharisee tried to trap him and ask whose coin this belonged to. When Jesus just said, is there any image? Whose image is on that coin? They say Caesar. Okay, if it is Caesar, give to Caesar. If it is belong to God, give to God. That is one example. What is the second one? Okay, remember about the prostitute? Everybody chase her and want to stone her. And they come to Jesus. All right, Jesus only right. Okay, right on the dirt after he said, you can throw the stone. The first person that doesn't have any sin, throw the first stone. What happened? They're all gone. That's what I said. When Jesus said something, there's no question. All the loophole has been closed. Simple, okay? Yet perfect. That is manifestation of the perfectness of God. He is perfect, okay? That is the proof that God tried to look for a means of communication which is perfect, okay? And God chose his only son, Christ. So where's Jesus coming from? Coming from God. How that happened? Because God have the ability to recreate it, okay? To recreate it, something, okay, out of nothing, okay? Now, let's ask about the second question. Where's Mother Mary coming from? Now, Okay, this is a very important. All right, remember, when God said something, it happened. It not just happened, it happened perfectly. Okay, perfectly, like 360 degree of that circle. Okay, even though, even though, all right, when God says something, it happened. That happened, that something can be divided into several things. Okay, now let's take an example and coming back, okay, to this book. Okay, let's see what happened in day 3 or day 5. Okay, all right, okay, okay, okay. Let's see whether or not we can. Okay, what about number 11? Okay, then God said, let the earth bring forth vegetation, every kind of plant that bears seed, and every kind of fruit tree on earth that bear fruit with its seed in it. And so it happened. You see that? Vegetation. Okay. How many trees, okay, that one can find in this world? I cannot count it. But when God said, this is not just one trees, one type of trees, it's all type of trees. It happened at the same time. Okay. It happened at the same time. Now, the same thing here. Okay. In order to make sense for human, okay, when God think in his divinity mind that there will be a son of man, okay, a son of man, all right, he also knew that human will confuse if suddenly Jesus appear out of nowhere without any logical sequence that human, okay, is has the ability to think. Human has the ability to think based on sequence, okay, deductive, inductive, evident. All right. So if suddenly Jesus appeared, okay, out of nowhere, then we cannot understand it because it's beyond human logic, but not for God. But the reason why God knows, okay, human always think, okay, that a person, male or female, need to go through the womb of the mother, okay? Even with the new technology, okay, you can make it outside, okay, and put in a tube, or they call it the tube. But then, okay, when male and female, okay, meet that, it needs to be put into the surrogate mother, okay? So mother is role is very important. When God created, okay, the second person, he also have thought, okay, that the role of Mother Mary in this process, okay. However, remember this, all this plan is only in the divinity mind, okay, is not happen yet until, okay, the time is right. So some of you watch this YouTube channel will ask, how come Mother Mary created, okay, and Jesus was created before the existence of the world? But remember what Jesus said at one point in the Bible. Okay. What did he say? He said, I was here before the world is created. All right. Now, let's see whether or not we can look up, okay, on this internet and find, okay, say, verses that Jesus said he was on the earth before. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. See? John 8:58. Mhm. Okay. Here. Okay. What it said. Okay. Jesus said to them, truly, truly, I say to you, before Abraham was, I am. Okay. What else? Okay, that only one verse from John. Okay. Now let's see what is the second one. It basically in John. Look. Okay. John 10:30. Okay. I and the Father are one. Remember that what I said before. Okay. I and the Father are one. Now, do you believe what I said? I said it before we look at the Bible, right? So the book that written by Sister Agreda is consistent with the Bible. We are not adding any, even an iota, the smallest number, iota, to anything that has been written in the Bible. Okay. In fact, what Sister Agreda have from this book, Mystical City of God. Okay, right here. All right, the Mystical City of God right here. Okay, it's consistent. Mystical system and supplement strongly. Okay, so if you do not know that, I would encourage you to click on this. Okay, to find it from these resources. Okay, the name of the book is Mystical City of God. Okay, like I said, when you click this, the Mystical City of God, okay, you will see all the information that you need about the book. Okay, all right. So, guys, again and again, Mystical City of God. You click that, you will see this. Okay, it is very clear now. Okay, do not become or do not unbelieving, but to believe what happened. Okay, so again and again, guys. All right, we saw it over here. Okay, saw it over here. All the testimony, all has been written in the Bible in John. All right, you can compare it. It is consistent. But let us take another one. Okay, John 1:14, what is it? And the world became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, the glory as of the only Son from the Father, okay, full of grace and truth. Okay, so come back over here. This is exactly on the third instant. Okay, the Son has the glory and it is true. Okay, it is perfect. Okay? There's nothing we edit, okay? Even the smallest thing from this story that we have, okay? You see that in the blue here. In this instance was decreed, first of all, okay? I'm in 169, line 169, that the divine world should assume flesh and should become visible to human, because that's how we see things, okay? All right. The perfection and the composition of the most holy humanity of Christ, our Lord, was decreed and modeled in the divine intelligence. Okay? It is not happening yet on earth, but in the mind of divinity intelligence. Like you, we have a plan. Okay? Let's take an example. We have a plan after, you know, after going home from work. What is your plan for your dinner? Okay. Oh, let's suppose that you said, I would like to have an instant noodle. Okay. Instant noodle with mixed with vegetable and fried eggs. That's what you have. It already have in mind. Okay. When you get home, that's exactly what you do. Okay. You see that? For God, when he think in his mind, it's already happened. Okay. For human, when you think about your instant noodle, you have to do it at home. The process. All right. You have to put, okay, the water, boil the water and all of that stuff and cut vegetable. Okay. And crack and fry your eggs, then you have it. Not for God. When God think, it happened. Remember, I saw you. Okay. On Genesis. All right. When God said, it happened. When God said, it happened. Okay. So the same thing. Back. The question, where is Mother Mary coming from? Where is she coming from? The same from the Father in heaven. The creation, okay? The creation, the same moment, because it instantly, when the Father think about the Son, automatically all the process, okay, to support the Son to be known on earth, it's also created. All right? Now, guys, there's so many things, okay, that we do not know before, but here, okay, through this book, we knew everything. Okay. Now, after Christ, Mother Mary, now it turned to human. Okay. Human was also created in the mind of God intelligent. Okay. In the mind of God intelligent. Okay. Why he created human? Because, okay, we will accompany his only son. Okay. So we are created to accompany Jesus in this world. Otherwise, there's no reason to create something, right? Because who will get the messages? Who will get all the graces that God would like to give? He would like to give to human. But the first gift, okay, the first grace is to this only son. Okay, so human are created so that God can give all the gift and graces to us. Okay. Now, when we were created, human created, look, okay, 174. Okay. We were given, okay, the ability to know and enjoy our creator. We knew Every human being knew that there is a creator, okay? And also to discern between good and evil. But all of this, and with a free will to love that same Lord, okay? You can find anybody that is so cruel in this world. Even the cruelest, the most cruel person, okay? At one time, you know that a president from one of African country eat human flesh. Even with that kind of person, he know what is good, what is bad. What he did by eating other human flesh is not right because God has given that. Okay, God has given that understanding to human. Okay, to love Him, to thank Him, to praise Him, to exalt Him, to glorify Him. Okay, everything has been given. Okay, therefore, if we never thank Him, never glorify Him, never exalted Him, okay, never praise Him, we maybe have to think right now. Okay, you maybe say, "Oh, I'm exercising my free will not to say anything about God. I know nothing about Him. What I know is my mother. Okay, I come from my mother. Oh, that's it. And you, if that's the case, you can ask your mother, where is your mother coming from? From the womb of her mother, and keep asking, and suddenly you'll find at a point it coming from one source. The same thing. Okay, like I said before, island genetics. Okay, the father of genetics is Mendel. They call it Mendel. Okay, a priest from Austria that find this genetic. Okay, from the father. Okay, go down to the son. Okay, his experiment is on the plant. Okay, when plant the male and female mate. Okay, it regenerate the new generation. Okay, the new generation. Now, let's move on. Okay, what else that we know? Okay, so the fourth instant. Okay, the fourth instant where we know, okay, that Mother Mary, okay, it talk more about Mother Mary in 199. Okay, before all other creature was, okay, she received in the divine mind, like I said, okay, mother, okay, and the son exist in the world before everything else. All right. Now, someone may ask, okay, how that could happen? The answer is very simple. God make everything perfect. Okay. God make everything perfect. So it happened in the mind. Remember, when God says something in His intelligence, it's already happened. It's just a matter of time. Okay. It, released to the world. Now, after we heard all of this, okay, after we all heard about this, there are certain role, okay, certain assignment, if you want to say it, that has been given, okay, to Christ and to Mother Mary, okay, and to the angel. And, otherwise, there's no logical thing, okay, if something happened without a purpose. Everything needs to happen because of a reason or reasons. Okay, more than one reason. So if you ask me, what is the reason why Christ has been or is created? Well, as a mean to communicate God's grace to the whole world. And if you ask me, what about Mother Mary? Well, this is the assignment for Mother Mary, where we are going to talk in detail, in the next, I'm not sure that 4 or 5 chapters. Mother Mary has been given, okay, a special assignment to defeat Satan. Okay, God knows human are weak. Okay, human are weak. Therefore, human need help and protection. So Mother Mary is the one that will protect us. Okay, and maybe in the next chapter, if you look at this, okay, in the next chapter, okay, we will learn. Okay, now here, yeah, in chapter 3. Okay, guys, in chapter 3. In chapter 3, we will see more detail about the role of Mother Mary. Okay, you see that the fall of Lucifer. Okay, now to tell the story ahead. Okay, Mother Mary has been assigned to deal with this fallen angel, to deal with Satan and evil. Therefore, if we stay away from Mother Mary, you know what kind of thing that we will experience. I would like to encourage you guys. Okay, if you never talk about it, okay, I would like to encourage you to listen to chapter 3 that we are going to discuss, okay, in a very short time. Hopefully tomorrow we have time. I have time to talk about it, okay? So again, to summary all of this, guys, where does Jesus come from? From the Father. Where does Mother Mary come from? From the Father, okay? Why Jesus was created as a mean to communicate God the Father, okay, graces to the whole world. That is the reason, okay? Now, what is the reason Mother Mary was created? To defeat Satan, okay? To defeat evil, that we have a greater risk of making error and mistakes without her help, okay? So I think now, guys, it's very clear, okay? If you see this, I have put over here in 4 languages, and I'm going to make this, okay, special episode in all other language spoken in this world, okay? So this is the original, okay, original episode, talk about this secret in English, but then it's going to be translated, okay? The same video, you'll see on the caption, it talk everything, okay, in different other languages in the world, spoken in the language, because this is the most important one, okay? Because this is what we need, okay? Now, before I move to the next, to other thing, okay, I would like to make you aware, all right, what we are doing here, okay? We basically, okay, to share our love to the whole world, we provide free education online. So the name is the Tutors International School. Okay. Now, this, okay, the Tutor International School give a lot of free training to this kid, to our kid all over the world. Now, this is the kid from Indonesia. If you look at this, there's 61 in this, in this picture or collection of pictures, 61. How many kids are there in the whole world? All right. So if you happen, okay, to see this video and you would like to contribute, all right, you can be here in GHTH, okay, and then you click on donation right here, click on that, all right, you will see that there are two ways in the US and in Indonesia, the bank account, okay, that you can use to contribute. And we are now, GHTH now is based in the US, okay. I would like to encourage everybody, right, to help all these kids, okay, to strive. This is the future doctor, okay, and healthcare provider that will help us, okay, to have a better uh, take care or eradicate the diseases. Okay, guys. All right. Now, okay, but coming back to here, the first thing, okay, I think we are always hit almost an hour. I'll stop, okay, reading this video. Okay. So again and again, I said to you, to everybody all over the world, welcome. Okay. We are all blessed because the Father in heaven has been given this mystery, this secret, is 400 or more years ago. And now, okay, we again share it again through the modern world, through the YouTube channel, okay? Because this technology, okay, wasn't available in the 50s, 60s, okay? When it become available, now we will use it to glorify the Lord, the Father in heaven, okay? We are hoping this video will go all over the world and people now understand. If you have any question, you can write us, okay? Together, we will make it happen, okay? Now with that in mind, I'm going to stop this video, stop the recording, okay?